Hey, good morning, guys. Okay, so Miss Erickson, Miss Palmquist, Miss Henning, and myself thought it would be helpful if we did a little review of the chapters you read this week. So, chapter 2 and chapter 3. So, let's start with chapter 2. We start off Ponyboy and Johnny go with Dally to a double feature at the drive in movie theater. They sit behind a pair of Soch girls. Dally begins to talk dirty in an attempt to embarrass the girls. He goes to buy Cokes, and Ponyboy talks to the red haired girl, Cherry Valance. They talk about the rodeo and about Soda Pop, who Cherry describes as a doll. Remember, Soda's very good looking. She asks what became of Soda Pop, and although it embarrasses him, Ponyboy says that Soda Pop dropped out of school to work at the gas station. Dally comes back and offers a Coke to Cherry, but she throws it in his face. Dally tries to put his arm around her. When he will not listen to Cherry's protest, the usually quiet Johnny stuns Dally by telling him not to bother the girls. Dally stalks off and 2-Bit joins them. 2-Bit explains the Greasers' two main rules: always stick together and never get caught. Cherry and Ponyboy go together to get popcorn, and Ponyboy tells her about the time the Socs beat up Johnny. The leader of the gang that beat him up, Pony says, wore a fistful of rings. He had a lot of rings on his hand. So obviously, if you're getting punched with someone that has a lot of rings on their hand, that's going to hurt a lot more. Cherry looks distressed and assures him that not all Socs are violent like the Socs that beat up Johnny. She also tells him that Socs have problems just like the Greasers do, but Ponyboy does not believe her. So that's what happened in chapter 2. The important thing here is that Cherry, who is a Soc, and Ponyboy, they actually really hit it off. And, even though Cherry's a Soc, Pony's a Greaser, they have a lot in common. And Cherry ends with saying, Socs have problems too, not just the Greasers, but Ponyboy finds that hard to believe. Because remember, the Socs are rich. They come from the rich side of town, they have nice clothes, they have nice cars. He just doesn't believe it. Chapter 3. Ponyboy, 2-Bit, and Johnny walk to 2-Bit's house with Cherry and Marcia so that they can give the girls a ride home. As they walk, Pony and Cherry talk about Ponyboy's brothers. He notices how easy it is to talk to Cherry. When Cherry asks Ponyboy to describe Darry, he says Darry does not like him and probably wishes he could put Ponyboy in a home somewhere. After Ponyboy tells Cherry about Soda Pop's old horse, Mickey Mouse, the two move on to discuss the differences they perceive between the Socs and the Greasers. During this discussion, Ponyboy and Cherry find they have a surprising amount in common. For instance, they both like reading and watching sunsets. Ponyboy voices his frustration that the Greasers have terrible luck while the Socs lead comfortable lives and jump the Greasers out of sheer boredom. Cherry retorts that the Socs' situations are not as simple as Ponyboy thinks. They decide the main differences between the Socs and Greasers is that the Socs are too cool and aloof to acknowledge their emotions, and that they live their lives trying to fill up their emotional void, while the Greasers feel everything too intensely. Ponyboy realizes, although they come from different classes, he and Cherry watch the same sunset. A blue Mustang cruises by the group. The Mustang belongs to Bob and Randy, who are Cherry and Marcia's Soc boyfriends. So these girls have boyfriends, and you got to keep in mind, the Socs now see their girlfriends with a bunch of Greasers. The Mustang pulls up beside the group, and Randy and Bob get out. Ponyboy notices that Bob wears 3 heavy rings on his hand. There's a big inference that we can make there. The Greasers and Socs nearly get into a fight, but the girls agree to leave with their boyfriends to prevent violence. Chapter 3 ends with Ponyboy walking home and finds Darry furious with him for staying out so late. In the ensuing argument, Darry slaps Ponyboy. No one in Ponyboy's family has ever hit him before, and Ponyboy storms out of the house in a rage. He feels sure now that Darry does not want him around. It's after 2 o'clock in the morning. Ponyboy finds Johnny in the lot where the Greasers hang out, and he tells Johnny that they are running away. Johnny, who lives with his abusive alcoholic father, agrees to run away without hesitating. The boys decide to walk through the park and determine whether they really want to leave. So, that is everything that happened in Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, a basic summary. You guys just have a reading question to do today, and remember, there were multiple choice questions for Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. If you did not do those, you can, of course, submit them late for partial credit. Okay, guys, take care.